Hi, friends.
Hello.
Welcome back to Talking Tandemness with Jenna and Curtis, where we talk ourselves into circles for the internet's entertainment.
And sometimes we know what we're talking about.
I never know what I'm talking about.
No, me neither. I figured that's why I'd say that one there.
yeah, we never know what we're talking about. And don't take any advice that you hear from us unless it's like,
Unless it's good advice.
yeah, and what you decipher that yourself.
Yep. We don't determine what's good and bad here. We just say it.
Yep. So this is our Halloween episode, technically.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I could start because we didn't talk about it last week. I have the biggest issue with Halloween decorations, and I am a Halloween hater.
Is this because your neighbors have them out and they keep playing sounds while you're trying to
Yes.
sleep?
Okay.
I was
So
trying
my
to remember
one
who
neighbor,
said that to me.
it was me. My neighbor, a couple houses down, keeps their Halloween decorations on all night long, and they play like spooky noises with it. Which, when you sleep with your windows open and your neighbor's playing spooky noises, it kind of impacts your dreams. That's not fun. And then my other neighbor has a person, like a skeleton, hanging from the tree with a wig on, like from a, I don't know what we can say, but like a not a good thing getting hung. And it is the scariest thing when you look out your window and you just see a white thing floating in the wind hanging out of a tree.
Yeah.
I'm fine with like the cutesy decorations though. Like the ones that are like cute little pumpkins or like the haystacks and the scarecrows, like more fall design. But the scary Halloween ones, nope.
We have the hitchhiking ghost from the haunted mansion on our garage door.
Really?
And that's the first and only Halloween decoration we have.
First and only. We used to do decorations.
We've never
We
decorated
used
for
to do
Halloween.
blow-ups. Do you do Christmas?
Yeah, we have fancy lights for Christmas.
Oh.
Like,
Do you get them? Do you put them up or do you get them professionally done?
no, we put them up,
Oh.
and then they're ones that like you just control from like an iPad, and then you can change like the pattern on them and put pictures on them.
Mhm.
We just put those up, however we think it's gonna work, and then try to make it look pretty.
Oh, fair,
Mhm.
fair. What's your favorite Halloween memory from when you were a kid?
I don't know.
I also just thought of that. Because I'm thinking about Halloween. I don't have one on the top of my head either, so the answer I'll give is complete on the spot.
I mean, I never got to go actual trick-or-treating as a kid
Why?
because we didn't. We just went around to our family's house in costumes and then we went home.
Really?
Yeah.
You never like trick-or-treated?
Only at family's houses.
Was it like your mom?
I mean, like my whole family dressed up. We would do one big group costume.
Did you give out candy after?
Nope. We went around,
Huh.
saw our grandparents, saw our aunt, saw my cousin's family, and then we'd go home. When you were Scooby-Doo, that was fun. My mom had a van.
You never trick-or-treated? Like, not even when you were, like, in middle school?
Nope.
Oh. I trick-or-treated every year up until, like, sophomore year of high school.
No.
And, yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say no. We trick-or-treated until I think high school, and by trick-or-treat I mean like go to family's houses, and then we stopped dressing up, and then we go to my aunt's house for my uncle's birthday now, and we give out candy.
Huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, I trick-or-treated. I started trick-or-treating like, right when my parents we could trick-or-treat. And it started off with, like, the little kids in a wagon and stuff like that. And then, when I got to the, when did we start? When I was, like 6 or 7, we started doing all-out trick-or-treatings, where, like, you'd bring home a decent amount of candy.
Hmm.
And then by the time I was 12, we were walking like miles on miles trick-or-treating and filling up like huge pillowcases, having to like make pit stops at friends' houses and dump candy into bags. Like, it was a whole shebang. But I think my favorite Halloween memory.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to think. I don't remember a lot, obviously. But there was one time when we were trick-or-treating on the other side of my town, and this person was really big into Halloween and had, like, the spooky setup out front. So we went up and we were like, trick-or-treat, and knocked on the door. And he came out, and he had to have been in, like, stilts or something. Because it felt like he was, like, 7'3". And he was decked out in scary makeup, and he chased us up the road. And that's like the one that sticks out in my head because it
I
was so
feel
funny.
like you got
By the
chased a
end, we were
lot as
all
a kid.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
How? Wait, I've never told you another story about getting chased.
didn't somebody used to chase you on their bike and you had to hide under a car?
Oh, yeah, that was our college friend. Yeah, that was just weird, but yeah, no, this was like a Halloween guy, and he was like in my brain, he was dressed up as like a scary Frankenstein
Mm-hmm.
or something. And then we ended up having to like walk up and get candy from him, but it was like a funny memory now that I look back.
Yeah, makes sense. I was
One
gonna.
oh the
Nope,
Nope,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, mine's completely off track. If you want to stay here, go with you.
Oh, I have two more memories. So there was a soccer tournament where you like dressed up as costumes. So my
Mm-hmm.
younger sister did it and we got to watch. That was just a lot of fun watching. But then also there was one year where my mom took away trick or treating. So we had to give out candy, and then at like the end of the night at like 9 o'clock, my best friend's dad put us in his truck and he was like, "We're gonna get the big candy bars." So we hit up every house in town that had the big candy bars to make up for the fact that we couldn't trick or treat.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah. What was your off track?
I was gonna go back to you talking about wild dreams. So I've fallen asleep to podcast a lot recently. Like I'll be listening to one and then it'll like get to the point where it's about to end and I just pass out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I listen to it in bed. It's like just a short
Yeah.
one. Uh, and I listen to it and as it's like 8 of the 10 minutes, I pass out and fall asleep. And so the other night I woke up at like 1 o'clock, and then last night I didn't wake up till 5 a.m. and I wake up at 6. But the dream I had, the people in my dream were talking, and it was just the podcast that I was listening to.
So you were dreaming of the people talking, but it was the podcast voice.
It was what they were saying in the podcast, just in
Oh,
my dream.
yeah, that's what it sounds like when I have ghouls and goblins and children screaming.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Imagine having a nice peaceful dream and you hear like a child screaming in the background. That's what it feels like.
I mean, that sounds like a great time.
I have the same thing though when I go to sleep. Have you been on the side of TikTok where they have like the Sidemen Among Us videos that are like 6 hours long?
No,
Not
I'm on the
TikTok,
side of TikTok.
YouTube. It's YouTube. I messed up saying
Oh,
TikTok.
um,
If you go on YouTube and you type in Sidemen Among Us, they have people like make compilations of their videos, and it's
mhm.
like 6.5 hours long. And if I can't sleep, I put that on like really, really quiet because it just makes you fall asleep.
Yeah,
Conked out cold.
I haven't been able to watch Among Us in a while.
I think it's so fun.
It's a fun game. I just haven't been able to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I don't watch. I just sleep.
Yeah.
Because I don't have anything else that like I'll put on and like won't focus on. Like if I put on a show to like if I'm having a hard time sleeping and I put on a show to like distract my brain as I try to fall asleep, I'm too focused on the show and I just won't sleep. So I know that compilation thing I won't pay attention to.
Understandable.
This text message 1 sec because I'm gonna get canceled in my group chat.
Couldn't be me.
No, they're
I
they're
don't
betting
have
me
group
money.
chats.
So, honestly, it makes life so much better. Not having them. We were talking about the trade stuff because I'm in fantasy football for those listening, and they're talking about trading one of my players off my team, and the one kid said he'd offer me $10, and I said that doesn't even cover 2 coffees, like that's a bad deal. And then he said shop local, and someone that I'm already fighting with emphasized the message, so I had to answer and be like, we don't have shop local coffee near me. That's near my house.
Isn't shop local coffee even more expensive than?
Yeah. Everything is just expensive.
Yeah, I
Welcome
know.
to being an adult.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't say it wasn't. I just trying to
Yeah.
find a job where I can afford things.
Yeah, fair.
And then I get told last night, hey, this person, no, one of my mom's cousins, the one apartment's going to open up and it's going to be this much. You won't be able to find anything like that again, me in the situation I'm in. Okay, I'm not worrying about that right now. That's like the last thing I'm worrying about. So
Wait, say that again?
so my mom comes downstairs last night and she goes, hey, this person in my family, her cousin, has she has a couple of rental properties, and the one half double, like basement half double, is coming open soon. It's pretty cheap, and she's like, "You're never gonna find something this cheap again. Like you should really consider it." And I'm like,
Is your mom trying to boot you out? A double meaning like an apartment
Yeah, it would be like an apartment, but it's like
or like a condo. Is your mom trying to kick you out?
we'll talk about that one later. I don't know if I told you that one.
Well, you can talk about it now. Like that's the point of the podcast.
Uh, we did. There
It's the
was
point of the
a
podcast.
little argument about a month or so ago, where she she said that I need to start finding a place to like another place to live without directly saying it. Basically saying that I need to
Why?
get out because I
Was this
left
at the
clothes
same
out.
time when you left the kitchen a mess? Oh.
It may have been. I don't remember. But yeah, and then she pulls her whole that's not what I said. I didn't say that because she doesn't ever explicitly say
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Because we mishear everything.
No, she just doesn't say exactly what I say she says. She says something else, but it means what I say.
She says the sky's blue. You say there's a little bit of clouds, but the sky's blue. And she says, that's not what I said.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay. You're like, absolutely okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So, that was a fun one.
I mean, if I would just throw it back at her and be like, if you want me to move out so bad, I'm looking to move down to Harrisburg and see what she says.
She wouldn't care.
Like, throw her for a full loop. I 100% think she would care. Whether you believe it or not, your mom is a helicopter mom. And it would
I
drive
know.
her nuts you being 2 hours away.
But at the same time, like,
Yeah. You might be able to find more jobs down there, to be honest.
I know I could, but I don't want to live there.
Where do you want to live?
I don't know.
And if you say central Pennsylvania looks the same everywhere.
I don't know where I want to live.
Not like central Pennsylvania looks like this towns look the same, but like most places look like central Pennsylvania.
Look,
If that makes
I
sense.
don't know where I want to live. I don't know what I want to do. So why would I go somewhere when I don't know what I want to do or where I'm going to go and then pay and not be able to save more money when I could just stay here and try to figure that
Because
out?
you're almost 25.
Yeah, and?
May as well get out and experience it now.
Yeah, and?
I just think
I know.
if you want to get out and feel like if you want to get out, even for the smallest amount of time, and then move back, you're better off getting a job and getting out now than waiting around to figure. Because your reality check is you're never gonna know what you want to do in life. You're never gonna know where you want to be. Like that's just the standard in life at this point.
Yeah, but I don't want to move back. I don't know if I can handle that.
So then don't.
Well, I'm not trying to. That's why I'm, trying to wait until I
I
can.
don't really think you're trying anything.
I'm
Not to be harsh.
I'm
That was
trying
so
to
harsh.
I'm trying to find a new job right now.
Yeah, that you are.
Yeah. And it's not going well. Well, I mean, it's going decently
But that's why
right
I said
now.
I think you might have a better experience finding a job outside of the tiny bubble in which you live in.
I mean, I've looked.
Like even though Williamsport is considered a city, it's not really like a city in that sense.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
That's fair.
Like, I have to
As
go.
as I said, these questions. Everyone I talk to, these questions never end. Like
I know.
I was talking to people the other day, and they were like, "I'm 30, and I still have no clue what I want to do," and like in that situation, just realizing it's life.
But I'm also looking at it as, like, if I go into sales, I'm starting from zero, so I'm making, entry-level rates, which doesn't exactly make it easy to live anywhere.
I beg to differ. There's a lot of people in sales living in the most expensive cities around the world.
People who just started?
Sales make good money. Yeah.
Yeah, they make good money after you find people and start selling things.
Yeah, but like my friend moved to Austin when she started her sales job and was a brand new into sales, 22, fully on her own, paying her own bills. Like you just figure it out.
Yeah.
And like Austin's not a cheap city. Or there's people that do it in New York. Like sales in New York, the entry position is like $50K, and that's a penny in the New York City area. Like you're not moving to an area that's gonna be that expensive.
No, but that's what I'm kind of hoping I get.
And
this
an
one.
entry level sales job will give you like, hopefully $50K.
Well, maybe. I'm just hoping at this point for 45,
Fair.
which I might be able to get. I don't know. I'm really hoping that this interview next week goes well.
What is this job?
That's it's food brokerage, so sales.
Is it the same one where it's like a lot of traveling?
hmm Yeah, that one I'm still in the running for that one, I think.
Oh.
I haven't I haven't been told no yet. So that's a huge plus.
Yeah.
And we're going to run with that. And then if that doesn't work out, you know what? I have another job that I think I did really good at interview-wise because the old man said that I interviewed really well. And we're going to take that for what it's worth.
Fair. Fair.
That one's down by where we went to school, though.
Oh.
So.
I laugh at like when you guys say that as if it's like any distance away from you, like.
No, I don't mean like it's that. I don't mean like it's far. I'm just giving you where it's at.
Oh, I was gonna say it's like I was talking to someone the other day, and they were talking about how they live a little bit north of where we went to school, like a little bit meaning 15 minutes, and they were trying to tell me that's a huge difference moving less than 10 miles south. And I was like, you are out of your mind if you think that 10 miles south in in central Pennsylvania is that big of a difference. Like, out of your mind.
I mean,
it's not.
It depends on the 10 miles.
And if I just completely beg to differ.
Well, it depends because the 10 miles and the area around where we went to school versus where they're at, that's a big difference.
No. If you think that anywhere in 1115 is any different than if you move outside of the Harrisburg bubble, and I'm gonna give you the Williamsport area bubble because that's again like more of like a mini metro area, but if you outside of those two parts of 1115, that whole road is the exact same. And if you think it's not different, you need to get out and experience other parts of our country. And price wise, it's the exact same.
Relatively, yeah.
Maybe a $200 difference in rent, but it's like not breaking $1,000 a month.
What?
The rent in Selinsgrove, if you rent a 2-bedroom with a roommate, it's only like $700 a month or something.
Oh, with a roommate.
Yeah. It's $14 for a 2-bedroom on Main Street.
Yeah. No, Selinsgrove is fine. Selinsgrove, I'm talking about Sunbury.
Yeah, I still don't think that's any like, the suburban area of like that. Besides that main road, that's a little bit dangerous. The suburban area of Sunbury is exactly like where these people live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, new topic.
Off my rant on Central Pennsylvania. I just got back from Charlotte.
Oh yeah, how's that?
It was actually okay. It was a lot of fun. The city was not what I was expecting.
So you're moving there, right?
Still in the plans. But I thought the city was gonna be like no skyscraper type city because everyone says it's like super quaint and small. But their downtown is like mini New York, like homeless people, lots and lots of skyscrapers. It was packed. Obviously Morgan Wallen was there, so they had half the city closed down, like crazy. But it was fun. We did a lot of walking because we were a mile and a half away from the stadium, and it was impossible to get an Uber, and there was some mishaps in directions. I did record a video. Like, I took a bunch of little clips and I mashed them together, so I might try to narrate it and then post it to the TikTok for our podcast. So if you want to see visuals of the trip, that'll go up there. But it was a lot of walking, a lot of drinking, which I was not prepared for. I was so not prepared that my Oura ring put me in rest mode because my body temperature and my heart rate couldn't regulate itself.
Oh.
So I came back and I've been in like hibernation. I haven't been running either because my body feels like absolute trash. I didn't eat well. I didn't do anything besides walk. Like I'm just like, my body is exhausted. So we're relaxing now. Oh, but the concert was so much fun. I had the worst seats in the house. I'll send you a video. You can see it in the video that I'm posting. But like, I'll send you one now. There was just this huge tent blocking my view. Like, you don't have to watch the video. But, like, the whole center stage was blocked. But I also had a drink, and I wasn't not the biggest Morgan Wallen fan or Bailey Zimmerman fan. So I was there just for the music, so I didn't need to see him. And my friend got to see him more, so that's all that matters. But overall, it was a lot of fun. Did you get the video?
I did. I got a picture. I didn't get a video.
No, yeah. Oh, was it a picture?
Yeah.
Did you see that? There's a tent
Yeah.
right in the middle.
It's
And
better
then on
than one
top
of
of
those
that-
giant like tower rides,
Nope.
though.
Don't say it. Ready? On top of that, I had this man standing in front of me.
Who was it that just brought it like one of those drop towers to their concert again?
Drop towers?
Yeah, you know, like the rides, like where you go up and then it drops you.
They have one of those at a concert?
Yeah, I forget who it was. I think Travis Scott did it a while ago, and then people got hurt, and then somebody else just did it.
He might have done it at... Okay, wait. I sent the video, but if you see the guy on the left of the screen, he was like 6'7", right in front of me.
Oh.
So even next to the tent was blocked by a tall man. And then, oh my gosh, so the tall man blocked me, so I stepped into the aisle a little more. But then I was like, oh my god, there's people behind me, so I'm going to be respectful. And I turned around and I was like, can you see over my head, or am I too far in the aisle for you? And this man looks me dead in the face and he goes, no, I've got a couple inches on you.
That makes sense.
Okay. I was like, okay, that's rude. And then he was like chit-chatting to me the whole time, and he was like, we really have the worst seats in the house. And then his wife started getting pissed off. Every time he would go to talk to me, she would like nudge him, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna turn my ass around.
Sounds like they got some other problems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Speaking, I'm drinking water because again, my Oura ring has me in rest mode. Have you seen the financial couple on TikTok?
No.
Speaking of relationship problems, there's this guy, Caleb, and he does like financial, I'm not going to say audit, but like he helps people that are in financial struggle. And he essentially just like calls out people that are overspending and they're broke. And he's like, why are you doing this? There's better ways to do it. This couple from Houston, oh my gosh, anyone listening, Google, type into TikTok, Houston couple. He brings in $12K a month. He makes roughly $120 a year, they said. They own a house in Houston. No, he brings in $8K a month. He makes $120 a year. She's a flight attendant, but barely works, so she brings in like $600 a month. They spend $12K a month.
Oh.
She took out a loan to pay off her credit card so that she could pay for vacation on her credit card. She has like 4 different loans. She was hiding money from her husband, so when she would use her Apple card, and then they were like, the husband was like, I didn't even know you used the Apple card. So they were like, can we see it? Because there was no bills on the table for it. And she was like, I don't even know how to open it. And then the guy opened it for her, and she had it maxed out at $7,000.
That's good.
And she was like, I haven't opened it since April because like it's maxed out. That's when I realized that everyone growing up that's like family looked like it had it all. Like if you they go on 2 to 4 vacations a year, like big vacations. She flies to LA to get her hair done. She is a stay-at-home mom. They like the bouginess out the galore. And that's when I learned that everyone's family that looked like it was put together was probably just in debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that's hilarious.
I think it's so stupid. I don't understand how people could be so financially irresponsible. Like, I get it. People think money grows on trees. But also, I would be in a literal ball of anxiety if I had over $200K in debt that wasn't a mortgage.
Yeah.
Oh, and then she goes, I want a house in West Palm Beach. And they go, why do you want a house there? And she was like, well, it's my goal. By 40, I want a house. And they go, how would you pay for your house in West Palm Beach? And she goes, I would take a loan out of my mortgage. And the guy goes, you already have 2 loans taken out on your mortgage.
Yeah, that one doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Like, why do you need a house in West Palm Beach?
Who knows?
Especially West Palm Beach. I hate when people talk about money and they're like, it's only $1,000. I'm like,
You're in a
only,
different tax bracket
only,
than me.
only. What do you mean?
No. That's my response to that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
I agree. I agree.
I've had that conversation with my sister before.
She says only $1,000.
No, my mom does. Not like only $1,000, but like her concept of what we make is very off
Yeah.
kilter
Yeah.
compared to what my sister and I make.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'll be like $300. It's just $300.
Yeah.
You have that money. Like,
$300 that I could pay towards
That's a lot of
anything
money.
else. Yeah. The worst part about payday is watching your like bank account drain, because obviously like money gets redistributed. What is the word? Redistributed. So like I'll get paid and then suddenly within like 5 clicks it's all gone again.
Yep.
Not gone in like a bad way, but like not in my bank account. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta love being an adult.
Yeah. What else do you got interesting going on?
My life's kind of bland and depressing.
Fair.
And not for lack of trying.
Fair.
The most exciting
I'm in
thing
an
is just
argument
playing
with
golf.
my best friend.
Again?
Yeah.
Why now?
I don't even think she knows that we're in an argument.
No, that's always good.
That's like typical Jenna, right?
Yeah.
Well, so yesterday we were talking and she kept saying that if she's not engaged in a year, that like she's going to start like questioning things, and she wants to be engaged in a year, and she wants a long engagement. And I was just
why does it matter if you're engaged in a year if you're going to have a long engagement?
Well, I said, why do you have to get married at 23? Like, why? Give me one good reason.
It's the cool thing to do.
Like, why do you have to get married now? Why not wait a couple of years so you're financially responsible? And then I said, I there's a lot of things that I said, but I asked, why do you want a long engagement? What does a ring change? And she was just saying that she always wanted a long engagement, yada, yada, yada. And I just said, I said, if he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. And if that's your fear, a ring's not going to stop it. And you're 23, or you're going to be 24, and you have to realize that how young you are.
He also doesn't wear an engagement ring, would be the,
Yeah, that's too. But I also said, you're 24. We're very young. I think there's her boyfriend, he might want to get engaged, but he doesn't bring it up. Like, it's not a conversation that he wants to have. So it's like, I don't agree with giving ultimatums. Like, if you have to give an ultimatum, it's not meant to work. Yeah, there was just a lot, and then we kind of moved away from it, and I could tell she was mad. So then I had a late call last night, so I hung up because I was like, I have to prep for this call. And then she got on the phone this morning with someone, and she said she was mad at me because I judged her. But I don't think you can sit there and judge someone. She judges me on every bit of my lifestyle, about being single, about wanting to move, about how I spend my money. I don't think it's fair to judge people if you can't take judgment back.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the standard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like pot calling the kettle black.
If you can't take it, don't dish it.
So now I'm mad at her.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
Exactly. So now I'm mad at her. She doesn't know I'm mad. I'll get over it eventually.
Will you? Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I'll just forget about it eventually.
Eventually. And then it'll happen
meaning
again.
Like in like 3 days. Yeah, it's just the most infuriating thing, because if you look at the statistics of marriages, it's like 50% of people that get married under 25. I wish I could Google these statistics. It's like something like a large number of percent of people that get married under 25 and get divorced. Or I'm going to look these statistics up because I don't want to butcher them. Now I'm not going to be able to find them quick. but I was reading about them a lot. Okay.
You're
Well,
just trying
there's
to
a
make yourself
statistic.
feel better because you feel single.
No. I could care less. I would actually rather have all of my friends in relationships because I know they're all relationship people and they're happy in relationships. I just don't think I found my person yet, and I'm not willing to rush that. But no, there's a statistic that says like in the amount of like out of 100, let's say out of 100 divorces, 75 of the divorces are people that got married under 25. And then the next like 25 are people that got married under 30, and then there's like a very small percentage of divorces after 30. And it's because when you get married young, you don't experience adult life with that person. You're still growing with them, so you don't know what they'll be like when they're an adult. And
That
even
makes
though you're
sense.
going through the same experiences, every person handles them differently, which is what leads to so many divorces.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Now, do I care about my friends being in relationships? Please, put them all in relationships. I like my alone time. It's fair,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I don't feel like I'm the one to talk about that because it doesn't change anything if my friends are or not.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
have them.
And the friends you do have are like almost married.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, even my sister.
Siblings are weird in relationships. Like, it's like a whole... It's like weird to see them get in relationships and then how they maintain their relationships.
Yeah.
And watching it from the outside, you're like, wow, they're actually nice to other people. I'm kidding.
I mean, that was rocky for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, I like him. I like this one. This one's good.
Yeah. I'm on, we're not going to talk about it a lot, but I'm on the politics side of TikTok where it's all the debaters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on both sides of the spectrum. I'm on, like, what is it, Charlie Kirk?
Uh-huh.
I'm on his side of debating TikTok. I'm on, like, Dean and, what's his fucking name? Parker side of TikTok. Every, like, scroll for me now is someone debating someone, and I'm thriving on it. I love seeing all different sides of the spectrum. Spectrum meaning, like, the political spectrum.
I'm on jade cutting TikTok again, and I saw something.
Jade
Yeah,
cutting?
yeah. It's like
the stone?
yeah, it's gambling.
Oh.
Yeah, so they buy rocks that are wrapped up in duct tape. They smack it with some money, and then they smack each other with the money, and then they smack the rock, and then they take the rock, and then they cut it open, and they take off the duct tape, and then they cut it in half, and then they open it, and then they shine a light on it, and then you can tell if it's jade or not, and if it's good jade. I've learned what jade looks like.
That's what every video is of you for you?
Not every video, but like every 6 or so. That's not true. Every like 10 or so.
Okay.
And someone else came back to that side of TikTok because I guess it disappeared for everyone for a while, and they go, "My For You page is healing," and I agree with that statement because I got that, and then I opened up my Instagram Reels For You page yesterday, and I saw a car crash, and I haven't seen a car crash on Instagram in a while, and everything's healing.
I don't think I've seen a car crash on Instagram ever.
Oh, those are fun.
They would give me nightmares.
Ah,
I'm easily scared.
I know. You just gotta remember that they're idiots.
Fair.
At least, I was gonna say nobody died, but I don't know that. The car was pretty smushed in the back.
Jeez Louise.
It was like 3 cars hit by a truck.
No, thank you. Absolutely not. No. 1 second. Yeah, I could not do car crashes. And we are hitting our 40-minute mark.
Yes, I did also see that.
So thank you for listening, everyone. For more stories about my Charlotte trip, go check out our TikTok. And you got anything, Curtis? Have a good Halloween.
That's it. It is Halloween. It was Halloween episode, and we talked about Halloween for 5 minutes.
It was 7.5 minutes.
Yes.
I honestly could not tell you what we talked about for the majority of this episode.
Nothing?
Rambling. What I do best.
Rambling.
This might
What's
actually, my calendar's not working.
What's the Ramblin' song? I know it's Rattlin' Bog. Isn't there like a Ramblin' something?
No,
I thought
no.
there was a Ramblin' song.
This might actually be getting posted on Halloween.
We can.
Yeah. It's like the 31st of the 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, happy Halloween,
Yeah.
everyone.
That it is.
Okay.
All right.
I am closing it out.
I'm now
Goodbye.
too.